In the dim light of a small room, Sipho Mokoena sits silently in his wheelchair. The sound of rain amplifies the desolation of his surroundings. A haunted look shadows Sipho Mokoena's face, reflecting a deep, unspoken sorrow. He stares, his gaze piercing the veil of his suffering. Sipho Mokoena's eyes reflect a silent scream, trapped within the confines of his existence. Bathed in a solitary light, Sipho's young face is a canvas of defiance and regret. In the stark darkness, Sipho's voice echoes. "My name is Sipho Mokoena." His voice swells with somber acceptance. "And I'm the architect of my own destruction." The shadows deepen around Sipho, swallowing him in the consequences of his actions. In the abyss, Sipho is left alone to confront the ruins of his making. In the dim light of a government flat, a younger Sipho navigates the room with restless energy. He clutches his cell phone tightly against his ear, his brow a canvas of deep worry. His pacing intensifies, each step echoing the growing anxiety within him. The silence stretches, amplifying the unspoken fears swirling in his mind. His youthful vigor belies the heavy burden weighing on his heart. In a stark, unknown location, Sipho's voice cracks with desperation as he clutches the phone. His eyes dart around, reflecting a frantic energy as he demands, "I need that money, Thabo. Now." Sipho's brow furrows, the weight of his plea hanging heavy in the air. The urgency in Sipho's tone escalates, hinting at a desperate situation. Under the radiant Santin sun, Sipho emerges, a vision of success tailored to perfection. Every thread of his bespoke suit whispers tales of ambition and triumph. His confident stride echoes through the opulent streets, a symphony of self-assuredness. He clutches a bag from the tailor, its contents a symbol of his refined taste. The city watches as Sipho walks, a beacon of aspiration in a world of dreams. Sipho disappears into the crowd, leaving behind a lingering aura of achievement. Amidst the emerald expanse of Killarney Golf Club, Sipho's laughter rings out, a beacon of joy under the radiant sun. His face is illuminated by a genuine smile, reflecting the warmth of the day and the camaraderie of his business associates. With a flourish, he gestures expansively, whiskey swirling in his glass, as shadows dance across the manicured lawn. Bathed in sunlight, Sipho stands as a figure of success and exuberance. In the dim light of his apartment, empty beer bottles scatter around Sipho, a haunting reminder of better days. Shadows dance around him, reflecting the emptiness that consumes his once vibrant spirit. "Years ago, I was respected." Sipho's voice echoes, a stark contrast to his present desolation. His voice continues, narrating the ghost of his past success. Ran a thriving logistics company. The memory of effortless wealth haunts him as he admits, "Money came easy." Now, only the flickering television and scattered bottles bear witness to his fall from grace. In the stark light of day, Sipho's office becomes a battleground of numbers and anxieties. Sipho pores over financial documents with his accountant, the air thick with unspoken worries. The weight of financial strain bears down on Sipho, his brow furrowed in concern as he reviews the papers. The accountant sits across from Sipho, the tension palpable as they confront the daunting figures. The silence in Sipho's office is heavy, broken only by the rustle of documents and the silent dread of what they reveal. Amidst the chaos of an overstuffed office, Mr. Mokoena's weary presence hints at the weight of mounting pressures. The accountant stands, a figure of sharp professionalism amidst the surrounding disorder. "The debts are piling up, Mr. Mokoena," the accountant declares, her voice cutting through the stagnant air. The accountant's words hang heavy, a stark reminder of the financial straits facing Mr. Mokoena. "We need to make some serious cuts," the accountant insists, her gaze unwavering. The cluttered office seems to close in, amplifying the urgency of the accountant's warning. Sipho enters his government flat, his eyes scanning the small, sparsely furnished space. The meager surroundings stand as a stark reminder of his former life. He walks deeper into the room, the silence amplifying his sense of isolation. Sipho pauses, his gaze lingering on a worn table, a symbol of his reduced circumstances. He sits heavily on a simple chair, the weight of his past pressing down on him. Sipho's eyes reflect a deep sorrow as he contemplates his changed reality. Darkness engulfs the unknown location, with only the sound of dripping water piercing the silence. Echoes reverberate through the empty space, amplifying the sense of desolation. In the abyss, Sipho's voice cuts through the void. His words paint a grim picture. But bad business deals rot like hidden rust. You don't see them until everything collapses. The metaphor hangs heavy in the air, a stark warning about unseen decay. In the smoky haze of the bar, the clinking glasses and murmurs of voices fade into a background hum. Sipho sits alone, nursing his beer, lost deep in thought as the world fades around him. Unaware, hushed voices weave through the air, their words like secrets carried on the smoke. Fragments of a conversation drift towards Sipho, piercing his solitude like shards of glass. The hushed tones carry a weight, hinting at hidden truths and unspoken tensions in the crowded bar. In a nondescript room, the air crackles with unspoken tension as two men huddle at a table, their faces etched with concern. Man one leans in, his voice a low murmur as he reveals the dark truth. They made a killing, man. He continues, each word laced with cynicism. Road accident fund. Easy money. The weight of his words hangs heavy in the air, painting a grim picture of exploitation and moral decay. In the dimness of the government flat, Sipho's eyes betray a storm of memory. Shadows dance across his face as whispers of the past echo. His memories flood back, casting a long shadow over the room. The weight of unspoken words settles heavily around him. The scene unfolds in profound darkness, where a solitary light flickers erratically, painting the surroundings with elongated spectral shadows. The atmosphere is heavy with anticipation, a palpable tension that seems to cling to every corner. From the void, Sipho's voice echoes, resonating with a stark confession. I wanted money. Fast, he reveals. And that's when I remembered the whispers. In the dimness of his apartment, Sipho is consumed by the glow of his computer screen. His face is lit by the screen as he delves into the mysteries of the road accident fund. The room fades into shadow, save for the stark light that envelops Sipho's focused expression. He searches for answers in the digital depths, his silhouette framed by the screen's ethereal light. In the heart of obscurity, a scene unfolds, its details veiled in mystery, setting the stage for anticipation. A voice echoes from the shadows, introducing a meticulously crafted plan. So I made a plan. Sipho's voice cuts through the ambiguity, hinting at a decisive turn. Not some drunken whim, a calculated surgical scheme, he concludes. Amid the city's vibrant pulse, Sipho moves with purpose, the sounds of urban life swirling around him. His steps falter as his eyes lock onto Lucky, a young man with a hustler's smile, casually leaning against a lamppost. Lucky, confident and composed, remains leaning against the lamppost, a sly smile dancing on his lips. The encounter hangs in the air, charged with unspoken intentions. Amid the chaos of a busy street corner, Sipho's desperation cuts through the noise as he nervously scans the crowd, his voice laced with urgency. Sipho approaches strangers with a shocking proposition. Sipho's voice cracks as he blurts out his desperate plea. I need someone to drive into me. Rifty, zero if you do it. The weight of his words hangs heavy in the air, as Sipho awaits a response with a mix of fear and hope. An unsettling stillness settles over the unknown location, every shadow whispering unspoken threats. Lucky stands frozen, his eyes widening as the weight of reality crashes down upon him. His senses heighten, every sound amplified, every detail magnified in the oppressive atmosphere. You serious? Lucky's voice pierces the silence, laced with disbelief and a hint of fear. His gaze hardens, determination flickering amidst the fear as he braces himself for what's to come. The air thickens with anticipation, the unknown location now a stage for a confrontation about to unfold. Under the cloak of a rain-soaked night, Sipho sits in his car. He removes his seatbelt. The click of the buckle echoes in the confined space as he releases it. With a subtle shift, Sipho's foot loosens on the brake pedal. Rain cascades down, blurring the world outside his window. The car begins to move. The road stretches into the night, a ribbon of black, reflecting the distant city lights. The quiet is broken only by the chirping of crickets, their song filling the surrounding darkness. Sipho's voice cuts through the night. We picked a night, June honest, 2018, quiet stretch of road near Ranberg. The road remains still, awaiting the events that will soon unfold in its quiet stretch. Inside Sipho's car, the dashboard camera casts an eerie, grainy glow, turning the mundane into the unsettling. The rhythmic thump-thump of a heartbeat fills the car, each beat amplifying the suffocating tension. The confined space amplifies the deafening pulse, transforming a familiar sound into an unbearable torment. The grainy light dances across Sipho's face, accentuating the sweat and the silent scream etched in his eyes. Each thump of the heartbeat echoes like a drum, driving Sipho deeper into the abyss of his own dread. The dark road stretches into the distance, silent and still under the night sky. Suddenly, the piercing beams of Lucky's headlights cut through the darkness, racing closer. The intense glow of the approaching vehicle intensifies, consuming the quiet night. The engine roars as Lucky speeds down the road. The headlights grow larger and brighter, dominating the frame with their aggressive advance. The quiet road is now filled with the sound and fury of Lucky's speeding car, breaking the silence. The night erupts in chaos, a deafening impact. Screeching metal grinds against metal. Glass shatters, spraying outwards in a deadly rain. The world spins into darkness, consumed by the violence of the crash. Sipho's eyes flutter open to the stark reality of a hospital room, his senses slowly returning to the sterile environment. He awakens in a sterile hospital room, the scent of antiseptic stinging his nostrils. Tubes snake from his arm, a lifeline in this foreign place. A white-coated doctor stands beside him, clipboard in hand, a silent observer of his awakening. The doctor's face is impassive, yet her eyes reveal a flicker of hope as Sipho regains consciousness. The antiseptic scent hangs heavy in the air, a constant reminder of his fragile state. A sterile doctor's office bathed in harsh light, the air thick with unspoken dread. In the stark setting, a patient sits motionless in a wheelchair, lost in silent contemplation. The doctor's words cut through the silence. You're paralyzed from the waist down. Permanent damage. The patient remains still, the devastating news hanging heavy in the air. Inside the stark government flat, Sipho struggles, the doctor's devastating words echoing through his mind. He attempts to find solace in the sterile surroundings, but the apartment offers no escape from the grim reality. Each corner of the room seems to amplify the heavy silence, intensifying his sense of isolation. His gaze sweeps across the room, but the weight of the unbearable truth crushes any glimmer of hope. An aura of melancholy saturates the space as I contemplate a memory from my past. Despite the gravity of the moment, a subtle smile graces my lips. Sipho's voice echoes in the emptiness. I'd become the victim in the scam I wrote, but still, I smiled. Because the money was coming, or so I thought. In the sterile lawyer's office, Sipho and Lucky sit amidst a sea of legal papers, their unease palpable. Sipho nervously breaks the silence, rehearsing his lie. Okay, so I say I slipped on the wet floor, right? Lucky, equally tense, confirms the fabrication. Yeah, and I saw you fall. I was right there. Sipho, seeking reassurance, presses on. And it was definitely wet? Lucky exaggerates the scene. Like a swimming pool. Trust me, I checked. The weight of their deception hangs heavy in the air, a silent testament to their desperation. Dim light barely penetrates the smoky haze of the bar, where shadows dance with secrets. Lucky, lost in his cups, gesticulates wildly, his words slurring as he boasts to his equally drunk companions. I'm telling you guys. Lucky cries out, his voice thick with drink. "It's the biggest payout I've ever seen. We're talking serious money here." Unseen, a shadowy figure lurks, a phone held aloft, silently capturing Lucky's every drunken word and gesture. The illicit recording continues, each captured moment a thread in a web of hidden agendas and treacherous schemes. In the dim and dusty room, beams of light barely penetrate the grimy window, illuminating the scene. Lucky's manic grin stretches across his face as he paces, his energy filling the shadowed space. He strides back and forth, the grin never faltering, his anticipation building with each step. His eyes gleam with unrestrained glee as he declares, "I'm gonna be rich, man." His voice drips with triumph as he reveals, "All thanks to that old fool." The shadows seem to dance with him as he revels in his impending fortune. Inside the dimly lit insurance office, a team of investigators hunches over glowing screens, the weight of unanswered questions etched on their faces. GPS records reveal a web of routes, each data point a potential clue in the unfolding mystery. CCTV footage flickers across the screens, each frame holding a fragment of the truth they seek. Call history logs light up the screens, revealing a network of connections. Each call a potential lead. Their eyes, reflecting the flickering light of the monitors, search for a pattern, a connection, a truth hidden in the digital noise. Inside the bustling police station, two investigators stand amidst a storm of files and photos, their faces etched with the weight of unanswered questions. Investigator 1 leans forward, their skepticism palpable as they fix their gaze on the scattered evidence. Investigator 1 is skeptical, looking at the files. "This doesn't add up." Investigator 1 pauses, a chilling realization washing over them as they admit, "Something's fishy." The cluttered desk becomes a battleground of truth and deception. Amid the solemnity of the courtroom, justice seems a distant dream as Sipho stands alone, his voice unheard. Sipho gestures emphatically, trying to convey his truth, but his words dissipate into the heavy air of the courtroom. His pleas echo in the chamber, yet the faces surrounding him remain unmoved, their expressions hardening with each passing moment. In a moment of stark realization, Sipho's shoulders slump, his spirit faltering as the weight of the court's indifference crushes him. Sipho's fight for justice ends in silence, his voice swallowed by the impenetrable walls of the courtroom. The courtroom buzzes with hushed anticipation as the stern judge surveys the scene from his high bench. Before him stands Mayor Mokoena, a man etched with worry, awaiting his fate. The judge's voice slices through the air, heavy with accusation. "Mr. Mokoena, you are accused of fraud." Mr. Mokoena flinches, the weight of the charge pressing down on him in the silent courtroom. In the dimly lit flat, shadows play across the walls, mirroring the turmoil within Sipho. He fights against the tide of overwhelming memories, each shadow a haunting reminder. Sipho shakes his head, a desperate attempt to break free from the past's relentless grip. The room's dim light amplifies the solitude, a stark stage for Sipho's internal battle. A distant phone ringing echoes, filling the air with a palpable sense of bureaucratic indifference. The sound of a phone ringing pierces through the silence, hinting at unseen events. A sense of bureaucratic indifference looms. Sipho's voice cuts through the silence. The road accident fund called it fraud, refused to pay. Instead, they reported us. The bureaucratic machine grinds on, its indifference a chilling backdrop to Sipho's stark revelation. Sipho stands motionless, his gaze fixed on the scene unfolding before him as his company is seized. A storm of emotion brews within Sipho as he watches the last remnants of his life's work disappear. The auctioneer's callous voice echoes in Sipho's ears, a grim reminder of his despair. Sipho's once prized car is sold off, a symbol of his shattered dreams and lost success. The final hammer blow resonates, marking the definitive end of Sipho's era. Sipho's gaze sweeps across the bare walls of his flat, the silence amplifying the room's emptiness. The stark reality of his solitude sinks in. He glances at a bare corner, a silent testament to his isolation. An echo of past memories haunts the empty space. The weight of the room's desolation presses in on him. In the cavernous warehouse, dust motes twirl like lost souls in the solitary beam of moonlight. Sipho sits alone on an overturned crate, his face telling a story of hardship and loss. His voice, heavy with the weight of his past, echoes in the empty space. I lost everything. Sipho's voice reverberates, a stark admission of ruin. He continues, whatever remained of my company was seized. My car was auctioned. Friends disappeared. The street pulses with life, a kaleidoscope of faces and vibrant stalls that only deepen Sipho's rising despair. Sipho's eyes dart through the bustling crowd, his hope beginning to wane with each passing moment. The market's lively chatter mocks Sipho's frantic search for Lucky. He pushes past vendors and throngs of people, desperation etched onto his face. Sipho stops, his breathing heavy, amidst the sea of indifferent faces. The search intensifies, but Lucky remains elusive, swallowed by the market's chaos. In the heart of the unknown, a single shaft of light struggles against the encroaching darkness, revealing a room cloaked in mystery. Sipho's voice resonates from the shadows, each word a lament etched with loss and resignation. His voice fills the void. Lucky vanished. No money, no justice. His voice cracks with finality. Just me. In the quiet government flat, Sipho sits alone, stillness enveloping him. The silence of the night deepens around Sipho. Shadows stretch across the room, highlighting Sipho's solitary figure. A palpable sense of isolation fills the room as Sipho remains motionless. The government flat is a symphony of neglect, with the sound of rain dripping a constant reminder of decay. Water stains mar the ceiling, painting a portrait of silent suffering and relentless dampness. Sipho's voice echoes in the cramped space, a somber reflection on his life. Now I live off disability. His voice rises above the dripping, revealing his despair. In a government flat, where the roof leaks and the neighbors scream through the night, Sipho's face tells a story of deep regret, etched into every line. The weight of his decisions bears down, visible in his downcast eyes. His weary expression speaks volumes of past burdens and present sorrows. Regret lingers in the air, thick and inescapable, mirroring Sipho's inner turmoil. His eyes reflect a somber acceptance of the consequences. Sipho's face is a canvas of remorse, painted with shadows of yesterday. The apartment is cloaked in darkness, the silence broken only by the faint hum of the city outside. Sipho sits motionless on the couch, his gaze lost in the abyss of his despair. His face is a canvas of weariness, each line a testament to battles fought and dreams lost. In a voice heavy with sorrow, Sipho reflects, I have no family left, no reputation, no dream, just regret. The kind that claws at you at 3 a.m. when sleep refuses to come. In the stark government flat, Sipho's gaze locks with the camera, his eyes reflecting deep regret. His face, a canvas of past burdens, now bears the weight of unspoken sorrows. The lines around his eyes deepen, each crease a testament to battles fought and losses endured. In the silence, Sipho's regret speaks volumes, a palpable weight hanging heavy in the air. In the stark isolation of an unknown location, a single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing Sipho. His face, a canvas of regret and trauma, speaks volumes of a past he cannot escape. His voice trembles as he confesses, would I do it again? No, not even with a gun to my head. Each word hangs heavy in the air, a testament to the irreversible damage he has endured, because the crash wasn't just a moment. Sipho's voice cracks, and the weight of memory threatens to consume him. It was the knife that stabbed through every part of my future. The finality of his words echoes in the silence, a haunting reminder of what was lost. Sipho, confined to his wheelchair, gazes out at the sprawling city lights, a single tear tracing a path down his cheek. His reflection in the glass mirrors not triumph, but the somber weight of remorse. Now, I ride not on wheels of wealth, but wheels of regret. Each twinkling light mocks him, a reminder of opportunities lost and paths not taken. The city's vibrant pulse contrasts sharply with the stillness of his regret, amplifying his solitude. In the quiet of the night, Sipho confronts the consequences of his choices, a prisoner of his own making.